Hello, I'm Nola, and today I have something really important to share with all of you. Lately, I've been feeling a very strong energy shift, and one that seems to be connected to the earth, the ocean, and the overall unrest happening around the world. I know that I could not possibly be the only one that is feeling this. So I wanted to share a bit of what's been coming up for me, and hopefully I will hear from you. I truly believe that many of us are sensing the same things. It's a sign that we need to pay attention, right? Even my little dog has been acting a little differently. So pay attention to your pets, please. They often sense things way before we do. I've been having a strong feeling that something big is stirring beneath us. I know while many of us have been looking to the skies, I feel that this comes from deep within the earth and even the ocean. Could this mean seismic shifts, volcanic activity, or something entirely different? Is the shifting that I'm feeling, is that the marching and the demonstrations taking place around the globe, and especially in the United States at this time? However, we all know that people are on the march around the world. Unfortunately, I don't have all of the answers, but the energy feels very different and more intense than usual. It has left me extremely emotional. I had a really rough weekend where I couldn't stop crying. I couldn't explain to anyone. And I know myself that when I am going into a depression or a downward spiral, I generally know what is the cause of that happening within me. But this time I could not put my finger on it. And then on Saturday, when I was in meditation, Saturday night when I was in meditation, I had this terrible feeling of lightheadedness or dizziness. And once it subsided, I took my blood pressure to make sure that I was okay. And I was okay. And I've always been super, super sensitive. It's been very difficult to live this way all of my life, feeling everything. I've had to learn how to put up walls, not physical walls, but spiritual walls, and try to protect my energy, because even walking in supermarkets and malls and so on, as I've grown older, I have not liked to visit those places very much. So when I tell you that I was literally crawling out of my skin, I sincerely mean this. On top of that, I recently had a dream, a very vivid dream. It was very lucid. A dream of military aircraft flying over the Statue of Liberty in New York City. And I don't know yet what this means. Could it be symbolic? If you have an answer, could you please correspond with me in the messages? Could it be literal? Or could it be connected to the unrest that we're already seeing across the globe, and particularly in America? Even though the major news outlets are barely reporting much on it, there is a growing sense of unrest in the United States. And for me, I currently live in the Netherlands, and I watch Al Jazeera News. I also watch Euronews and some other independent news outlets on YouTube. And that is how I keep abreast of what is going on in the world and back home in the United States. Unfortunately, for many living in the United States, you may not have access to alternative news media. But I tell you, particularly what happened with President Zelensky on Friday in the Oval Office has really woken the world up, Europe and parts of Africa, many, many parts of Africa. And people are in a total uproar and striving to distance themselves from the United States of America, which is extremely sad for me and many, many other of my fellow Americans. Some other things that I feel very strongly about is the months of March and April of 2025. I kid you not, that these are going to be months we will remember, that will go down in history along with a lot of other things and be remembered for a very, very long time, similar to 9/11 or September the 11th. However, the energy this time is moving faster and faster than I've ever felt before, and hence that dizzy spell, that lightheaded spell that I had when I was in meditation. It's almost as if time itself is accelerating and events are about to unfold at the speed that will make our heads spin. I remember about 8 months ago having a conversation with a fellow American in one of our stores, and he was a young man, and I was talking to him about how fast time was going, and he said, "Oh my gosh, time is going so fast." And I said, "You are just a youngster. What am I supposed to say as an older person or a more mature person?" However, I feel that time is going to speed up even more than it ever has. And there are going to be events that will unfold, that will make our heads spin. There'll be truths coming to the surface. There will be exposures about people and governments that will be almost too much for us to comprehend. And I've been getting these downloads during my meditations, and sometimes even when I'm just sitting quietly or silently, and from everything that I'm feeling. Sadly, America seems to be the catalyst for much of the chaos across the world. We've already seen the unrest building, and I believe what happens in March will set up a chain of events that ripples across the world. Whether we are talking about economic, political, or social shifts, there will be major shifts. We, the people, are not going to be put up with the governments and what they represent or trying to feed us any longer. Again, I don't share this to create fear, only awareness. If time is moving faster, if things are shifting this dramatically, then now is the time to stay present, to stay grounded, and deeply in tune with your intuition, as all of the answers for you personally, for me, lie within each and every one of us. So we should be going within. No matter what is coming, I believe that those of us who are aware and spiritually grounded will be able to navigate this. Right? Fear won't serve us. We have to keep the faith. But being present and well prepared should help greatly. And most importantly, when we go with what is within us, that is where you will get your personal answers. One last thing I wanted to share with you, that many governments across Europe are encouraging their citizens to remain prepared for some economic hardships and have their affairs in order. Not so much here in the Netherlands. I haven't heard that because this is where I'm currently residing. However, I do have some friends in other parts of Europe that have shared this with me. Let's keep this conversation going, please. Please speak to me in the comments. Let's stay connected. Let's continue to take care of each other. Always remember that kindness really matters, as others are going through things that you and I may have no knowledge of. And thank you for being here with me today. If you found this message as any value to you, would you consider subscribing? Because this will help my channel and help the algorithm on YouTube to serve people just like you. And I thank you for being here today. Please remember also that these messages are for entertainment purposes only. Until the next time, please like, subscribe, and share. Bye for now, and do take care.